Hello, and happy Wednesday to all of my Sagittarius. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your midweek Wednesday reading. If it is Wednesday where you are, first of all, if it's Tuesday where you are, Tuesday, the 28th where you are, you're already feeling the effects of this first quarter moon that kicks off on the 29th. We have a first quarter moon in Cancer on the 29th, and so Sunday I reserve for questions to help you get through the week. That's something else to think about other than people trying to disrupt your emotions, their energy disrupting your emotions. So I try to help out with giving you guys questions on Sunday. So if you haven't had a chance to watch Sunday's videos to see what the questions are so you can stay laser focused and landing on the bright side of this moon in Cancer, please consider checking it out. Let's get right into your reading and see what your cards have to say. Let's see what your cards have to say. Let's see. All right, Sagittarius, the energy has already been cleared. The Emperor card, the Ten of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords, and Ten of Swords. All right, so the Emperor card is attached to Aries, right? Remember, we had a new moon in Aries. That gave everybody an opportunity to burn their former selves, like burn your any things that you allow to get you worked up and just getting you extremely angry and frustrated, like you're burning that energy and just recognizing that, hey, that was also burning into somebody's money. It was also burning good people out of your life. It was also burning up a lot of things where you're keeping energies. And so somebody's now starting to focus on legacy, which is great. Somebody is really focusing on legacy. Here we have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and Five of Swords. If you notice that if you were in denial about something from your own past, could have been childhood past, when your heart chakra is being developed, and you felt like, okay, I'm keeping certain family members in my life, I'm being a people pleaser, I'm putting everybody first, even though it's throwing my heart chakra out of alignment, and so it's hard for me to forgive new people that's in my life or outside of my family for what they're doing. It's not giving me an opportunity to give them a chance because I'm still hurt by family things. Then somebody finally took off the blindfolds and said, do I really want this attached to my legacy? Like, blowtorching good people out of my life and just wanting people to just keep being an over giver or an over nurturer or putting my feelings before their own when they have no control over, like, we don't have dominion over other human beings. So somebody took off the blindfolds finally because it was really making them seem like they were hostile. And believe it or not, there were a lot of people talking about you behind your back, Sagittarius, but it was some of the people, like I said, it was a lot of different things. Ten of Swords can represent people died in your family and you're still trying to process that. It can represent people running smear campaigns. It can represent people talking about your back. And not necessarily in a way that they're trying to ruin your reputation, but it could be just like kind of like, man, you know what? When I really looked up to Sagittarius, and when I kind of got to know them, boy, that blowtorch comes out easily, and I need to back away from that, right? So somebody had to really take a hard look at themselves, just like everybody else does. And so here we have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's almost like when somebody said, I'm gonna get serious about my entire universe, and let me take these blindfolds off and look at myself. Let me look in the mirror first, right? Michael Jackson's song, starting with the man in the mirror, the human in the mirror. Somebody said, let me look at myself first, because am I messing up my own legacy because I still got people attached to me that's their energy is causing me to look like the hostile one. I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a high vibrating Sagittarius. I know I'm fun loving. I know I like to have, I love to travel. But let me really take a hard look at my family and see where all of this began. Are there still people, and do I need to create some firm boundaries with my own family? So outside of that, and that's not to say that people outside of your family weren't talking about you behind your back, running smear campaigns, laughing at you, trying to, be, messy or whatever. It doesn't mean that wasn't happening, but you got to start the root. Where did all of that begin? Where did the hurt begin? The hurt begetting other hurt began. So that's what I see somebody doing, and I see somebody like really getting serious about their taking authority over there was the Emperor card again. Here we have the Six of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Page of Cups, and also the Knight of Cups. So the Emperor card came out twice. Again, this is double, looking at your personal life and your professional life and saying, okay, let me look at my personal and my professional life. I need to get real serious about my legacy. What do I want my name to be associated with? I certainly don't want it to be like, you got a lot of You got a lot of Sagittarius that are really money savvy, and we're not talking about making money everything, because money is not just paper coins and great credit scores. Money is also how you it's connected to your relationships with people. And if you still got people in your life that's causing you to look bad because of their energy, and you keeping them in your life, and it's like, I'm just going along with the flow, not even recognizing there could be people in your life that you're just guilty by association. That's not even who you really are, Sagittarius. It's time to take the blindfolds off and take a hard look at some people and stop looking for people's approval. Because source is the only one that can approve you. So I do see some kind of an approval for some money to come your way. It could be some kind of an offer coming your way. It can be some new friendships coming your way that's giving you some new tips and ideas, helping you with your business, whatever it is. But somebody had to go through serious dark night of the soul. Somebody had to really sit down with self and say, now, wait a minute now. I'm not a bad person, but are there some energies around me that's contaminating my universe? And somebody had to take it all the way back to their family and say, hold on, I need to make some adjustments here. So I do see Queen of your emotions. I do see Cups energy as water energy. So I do see somebody, really kind of calming those emotions down. And the way that you do that is find out what nurtures you. And the reason I'm talking about using the word nurturing in specific, is because Cancer, we have a first quarter moon in Cancer on the 29th. And for some of you all, it's the 29th when you see this video. But there's this real need for nurturing, right? Not to over nurture. So you're not looking for other people to over nurture you or to over give you chance after chance after chance after your blowtorch have come out. Some of those people, that blowtorch comes out once, they're like, I'm out of here. Or you meet another blowtorch, they're coming back harder than you are, and that's counterproductive. It's burning up both of you all's reputation. Your money is just a mess, right? And so Source has taught you how to get on your horse and get as far away from any negative emotions that's going to cause you to bring out your own blowtorch. So that's where this moon in Cancer is really kind of intensifying your emotions. So you're a fire sign, you're divine masculine, you're a mutable sign, kind of highly adaptable. You're going to adapt to learning how to calm that fire down when it gets to a point where it's going to cause you to look like you're not serious about your own legacy. Right? Here we also have the Page of Cups. So there's could be some new energy across your path. It could be a therapist. It could be love interest. It's somebody coming across your path and saying, hey, it's time for you to look at you. It's time for you to look at you. It's time for you to look at you, so because you're messing up your own legacy. And so that's why I think I mentioned in the last reading, Sagittarius, it may be time for somebody to start paying attention, looking at other Sagittarius that are highly successful. We're not talking about Sagittarius that's called, going back and forth, arguing with people online and all that other mess. Like all of that, release it. I don't care how much because people like to just be entertained by that kind of stuff. We're talking about looking up to people who are success stories. Like they got it out of the mud, and this is how they didn't have to step on anybody. They didn't have to, air out any stuff publicly. It's like, you know what? I worked hard for this, right? And I know how to nurture myself, and I know how to move around some things. So here we have Justice, we have the Star card, we have the Magician card, we also have the Ace of Swords. So this is where somebody is starting to say, the Justice card, it could mean some kind of legal matter is happening for somebody, and also the Star card lets me know that there's hope, bliss, and optimism moving forward in some kind of a legal situation. But somebody is getting real serious about their legacy, both personally and professionally. Like, what do I want my name associated with, right? Here we have the Magician card. Somebody is initiating some kind of change. Somebody's being very creative, very logical in their thinking. And so somebody is looking for, like, I guess, some kind of an acceptance, and some kind of money is coming your way. So again, stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. Here we have the Queen of Swords. This is a person who is vetting all of those emotions coming through, all of those feelings, and I see a breakthrough coming. I see some kind of breakthrough happening for you just because you learn how to stop giving so much thought. When we talk about sword energy, it's air energy. You learn how to stop giving so much thought to that fire, so much air to the fire, where it's going to cause you to just overthink things, and then again, ultimately burn up your own reputation, your own money, your own, or at least burn into it, right? So People want more, access to influencing, helping to inspire people with that fire instead of burning your own reputation. When people are like, nah, they seem one way, but when I got to know them, they can't control their emotions. So kudos and congratulations to you all for saying, I need to learn how to inspire myself to stay focused and balance out my own scales of justice within. So ironically, it's not even ironic, it's not even by coincidence that source is saying, see, this justice card is actually attached to Libra, but is this the justice Libra, I'm sorry, sits in the middle of the zodiac signs. So you got two emperor cards here. So these represents two scales. So you're getting more serious about being more authoritative, and more structured both in your personal life as well as your professional life, right? Your personal and your professional life. You're balancing out your own scales. So when you're thinking about, am I overthinking things? Let me be honest with myself by taking these blindfolds off and looking in the mirror. Why are good people leaving my life? Why are people that, people can always say, well, I thought they were being phony. They were wearing a mask when I first met them. Well, guess what? Everybody's wearing a mask because that's your ascendant sign. That's how we show up in the world. That's your ascendant. That's what rises to the top. That's why it's called your ascendant and your rising. That's how everybody see you. But when you think about what role did I play in this? Like when this is talking about humility, what role did I play in this? Okay, if I know what role I played in it, then I will be able to forgive myself, and I'll be able to forgive somebody else for maybe reacting to something I may have done. I'm able to get my heart chakra back in alignment. So source wants somebody to get their heart chakra back in alignment. You can listen to heart chakra music. You can practice doing things that nurture your spirit, things that you love to do. We're talking about love, agape love. Whatever you need to do, but there's clear messages that are coming through to say, okay, I need to balance out my emotions. I really need to get a handle on this fire here. And so I can use that same fire to inspire, motivate people, help them feel personally powerful, because I know I found my flame within myself. So I found my star within myself, the sun within myself. We know that the sun is a star. So here we have true offering. The true offering takes what can be an unbearable cross and returns it to love. Yeah. So somebody is definitely doing the work. So congratulations and kudos to you all. Again, happy Midweek Wednesday. You're moving closer and closer towards your legacy. You're moving closer and closer to some kind of approval, both personally and professionally in your life, where more money is coming across your path. So kudos to you, Sagittarius, for doing the work. I am talking to you if you have Sagittarius anywhere in your chart. Somebody is reconnecting with their nurturing. We're talking about somebody connecting with their moon. So find out what your moon sign is, because all Sagittarius are different, are unique in their own way. Your sun sign may be Sagittarius, but find out specifically what your moon sign is, so you'll know exactly what nurtures you, because that's what nurtures you. That's why the moon in Cancer is ruled by the moon. For everybody, is feeling even more intense. How do you nurture yourself? Are there certain books you want to read? Are there certain new topics you want to learn? Do you like to cook? Do you like to sing? Are you an artist? Those things that may nurture you will keep you in your light, keep you inspired, so that things will become a lot clearer to you. Is that when you feel unnurtured in certain situations, you can first ask yourself, why do I feel so unnurtured? And instead of automatically assuming that people are being insensitive, everybody's trying to figure it out. Everybody's trying to figure out what nurtures them. And so the sooner you can get to finding out who you are in totality with your birth chart, pull your birth chart, the easier for you to look at your intuition. Because people will say, something told me not to trust that person. That person is phony. What if they're not phony? What if they're sensitive? What if they're gifted? What if they're sensitive to energies overall? Right? And so what if they're not phony? What if they just like you, trying to figure some things out? So it's always best to get your heart chakra in alignment, so forgiveness comes easy. And if you feel like, okay, their demons irritate my demons, I can go ahead and just say, I need to walk away from it. I need to create boundaries and walk away from it. So it's really about operating in love, agape love, agape love, agape love. That's what we said, true offering, right here in your oracle card. Let's see what comes next. Here's another oracle card. Speak your wishes aloud. What are your wishes? What are your wishes aloud? Speak them aloud. Again, high vibrational, high frequency, high frequency, high frequency. Because with all of this air out here, this is a lot of thinking about things, lots of thinking about things, lots of emotion attached to this, surrounding money, surrounding loyalty, surrounding career success, surrounding a lot of things. But really, the ultimate thing, Source is saying to you, you are a star. The source is saying that the sun is a star, so that's what's going to put you back in the spotlight for you all. And we're not talking about somebody who likes attention. We're just talking about this is what's going to make you the star of your own universe. Like, you know what? I feel confident. I feel mental clarity. I feel personally powerful when I'm inspiring and helping other people to find a light within themselves. That's what Source is trying to say to you. But I got to get some things off my scale. I got to get some stuff within myself off of my scale that I may have let sit in my universe too long. Time to breathe out. That's right. Somebody needs to take a breather and start listening to your intuition, because everybody has lost some good people in their lives because they let certain family members stay in their life a little bit too long, making up excuses, over giving, and they ruining your money. They ruining opportunities for you to buy houses, ruining opportunities for you to, having people look at you differently because you're guilty by association. Well, that's just how my family is, and that's how people are like, I don't want to have any access to that. And one of the ways that people can think about it is like, everybody has met people's families, and you're like, oh wow, they got all this going on, and it's not like you're judging them, not harshly judging. It's like, I don't know if I want to be associated with that. Like, they over here talking about fighting and all of this other stuff, and if I come around with a nice car or talk about buying something buying a house or whatever, they give off this real shady, nasty energy. Do I really want to be associated with that? And so people have dated people like that. People have befriended people like that. Gone to school with people like that. I mean, and so at some point, somebody, I'm telling you, Sagittarius, if you don't hear anything else with this reading, get connected with some other Sagittarius who are dead serious about their business, their reputation, loyalty. They're not buying people's loyalty. People genuinely want to be attached to them. Here we have 15. I am wise. Your love for others is powerful, Sagittarius, and you are able to spread your gift of support far and wide. Your curious and social nature brings you in contact with a variety of people, all of whom would benefit from your warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. Warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. Warm, heartfelt words of wisdom. Somebody telling you that they're increasing their money should not, start an argument. Or somebody telling they shouldn't, stopping at a certain grocery store should not be returned with, oh, that's where bougie people stop. That's where stuck up people shop. That's where, oh, that food is no better than this other place. Like, what? What? All of that is low frequency conversation. Like, so again, Source is saying to you, or somebody buying a house or car, because again, guess what? When you start buying your houses, your cars, start investing your money, start hiring people for jobs for your company that you're building, guess what? You're going to encounter the same type of energies. Oh, why do you want to start a business, Sagittarius? You uppity. You think you better than, or why would you want to buy that kind of house? Or why are you being in that kind of neighborhood? You think you better than somebody else. So you want to make sure you get it under control, because God is taking you to a very wealthy place. Well, guess what? Some people are going to start saying the same thing to you, and you're going to have to make a decision to not go along with the flow and say, you know what? That energy is counterproductive. It's distracting. I got employees, and I'm helping people change their lives and their families. I'm influencing people. I do not want to be connected to that. It's going to be people that's older than you, people that's younger than you, people of different skin colors, ethnicities, backgrounds, cultures, saying certain things, and you're going to have to make a decision. You know what? I've heard enough. If it's negative and it's counterproductive and it's keeping me away from my purpose, I need to make some decisions and go ahead and release them. You bring out my sword, just like somebody did to you. I need to bring out my sword because it's counterproductive for my vision. So the sword cuts both ways. You're going to be learning a lot about, as you continue to raise your frequency, looking at your cards here, as you continue to raise your frequency to a frequency of agape love, it's going to be so clear to you what role you played in people cutting you out of their lives, and you having to make the final decision to cut some other people out of your lives. And then it's like, you know what, I'm in my light. There's too many other energies. I'm answering to source's call on my life. There's too many other energies that I'm influencing, that when I say influence, I'm talking about like you're helping them to find their purpose, and I don't want to let them down. It feels like this duty and responsibility. I don't want to let people down. I mean, it took me, I went from out of the mud to success by your definition of success. It's not comparing to anybody else. And there's a certain level of confidence, there's a certain level of pride in how hard I've worked, not trying to hurt anybody, not trying to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying, Sagittarius? So it's time to get real serious, according to source, in your personal and professional life, about how you are finding your purpose and inspiring yourself to find, to stay in your light. That is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. Like I said, we pulled all your cards. Let's pull one last affirmation card. But I love to see people win. I love to see people win. And when I read your cards for you, trust me, I'm not trying to lecture you. I'm not trying to offer any additional advice. I'm literally reading your cards because I'm seeing more than just, oh, you got a lot of money coming. You start focusing on your legacy, wealth. You're inspiring a lot of people. Somebody has been wearing blinders about something that happened in their own family that has been affecting your relationships outside of that. So here we have affirmations for peace. Waves of peace are washing over my body. I find stillness in the eye of the storm. I am stronger than my circumstances. I release all feelings of anxiety. I am free from overwhelm. Today I smile because I am alive. I am blessed to be here now. All is well, and I am healing. I am healing. Somebody's healing their heart. So listen to your sacral chakra music and start forgiving people, but also start forgiving yourselves. And operating in agape love. So when you're forgiving people and you're having compassion for people and operating in humility, life is a lot more easier, because then you can't put a price tag on this. Peace of mind. That's what I have for you, and I'll see you on Freedom Friday. Bye.